Good morning, y'all. Celeste and the Silver Cord here, coming at you with a weekly update. I'm running a little late, so I skipped cards and coffee this morning. I apologize, y'all, but I do morning readings sometimes over there. Links are below. For anything else that I do, our Facebook group, all that fun stuff, how to get readings, all that jazz. I'm lighting me up some charcoal here to let that ring up. Whenever you use charcoal tab, you want to get a good gray ring around it before you throw anything on it. I'm throwing on some gold copal to lighten the energies today because I don't know about y'all, but it has been heavy as hell lately. But I'm going to do the chakra readings. I'm going to add in earth magic and a shadow aspect card for everybody today as well. And we will be going through all these zodiacs. Good morning. Man, I don't know about you guys, but there is a massive solar flare hitting, I believe last night and today. There is a meteor shower in the Geminis, the lovers, right? The twins. There's a meteor shower going on there. That will be Monday morning between 12 midnight and 5 a.m. Then we have the solar eclipse on the 14th with the new moon. So it has definitely been some intense energies today, which is why I busted out. Because with all that energy with the sun, I always associate the sun with like the masculine and angel energy, right? And I've always got the moon and the earth is more goddess energy. The moon's more fluctuating, but still. So there's a ton of masculine energy hitting the earth right now. So it's not a bad masculine energy, but it definitely is heavy, and it's a huge shift because we've been really in our feels and emotions for so long with the divine feminine rising, so that whenever we get blasted with the masculine energy, it can cause a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of breakdowns, fits. I know a lot of you guys have been suffering from having some fits and things of that nature, and just holding it together. So we're just going to do your weekly chakra update, and we shall, see where we can use some balance. Like I said, I'm going to do the earth magic and a shadow for everybody as well. Just get set up here at the space. We'll throw some copal on, and we will get a rolling. I definitely needed the mood lightened. I was a toss-up between copal and myrrh this morning, so. So, perfect. Here we go. Good morning, Ralph. Hope you've been riding these waves well. All right, so let's get on into it. Who do we got? We got Aries. Aries, I was just staring at Mars last night, still bright and looking beautiful out there. Direct, finally. All right, Aries, so right off the bat for your shadow aspect that you're dealing with mostly this week is hiding your true selves. What? There's a big shock. Like, we don't hide behind trees when we feel like crying. We don't hide behind our massive complex ego confidence whenever we're having a hard time, all right? Now, right now, we're going to go remember crown all the way down to your root. Right now, your crown is lit up, Aries. You are being pulled in the right direction. Your third eye, you see it, Wheel of Fortune, you see where you're going, right? But now we get to your throat. Now you're worried about your words right now. The energies are masculine, really intense. You don't want to say anything that's going to hurt anybody's feelings. I really feel like you're having to bite your tongue a lot because you don't know what to say. I feel like your heart is really worried about a tower returning right now, right? right? Something from the past. You feel like something that was towered a while ago, and you just like feel like it's creeping up on you, and that's where your heart chakra is right now. And it is messing you up in your solar plexus, what your hermit. You don't, you can't center yourself. You can't hermit, you can't focus, you can't figure out probably why you're feeling this. Whenever your heart chakras hit, it really does, it can throw you off. I mean, that's what generates your whole shield, right? I do see in your sacral, you're not really working on energies where you should be working on, right? Or you're nervous about it, or you're not confident, or you're doubting your skills at this point. And your root is the reverse magician. So just kind of like feeling like you're not manifesting right now, right? You can't figure out why things aren't manifesting, or why they're not manifesting to what you specifically wanted. And especially with this monkey wrench of feeling like something from the past sneaking up on you can really be like, well, no, I moved on from that and I was manifesting in a different direction. So why is the past bothering me now? And it's messing up your root, right? So you got the 14-5 here, hiding your true self. Do not hide your true self, Aries. You need to really embrace who you are right now. I'm an Aries. I'm triple fire sign. We all break down. We all have our moments. We all say the wrong things sometimes, especially fire signs. Don't beat yourself up for that aspect of yourself, but don't be too proud to apologize when you do say something messed up, okay? How to fix your root problem, your sacral and all that. At the root of yours is creation, dream time. Do something really artistic, creative, out of the box. Have an adventure. I really just feel like you just need to tap into some creative energy, Aries. You're one of the most creative signs there is. You're cardinal fire. You are walking inspiration. So get out there and create something, not for other people, but create something beautiful for yourself, and it will help recenter and reground that root for you. All righty. This is over here for right now. Taurus, revenge, holding on to grudges from the past. All right. Excuse me. Let's see where this will take us. Something so hard to boot right off the desk. All right, Taurus, why are you stuck in the revenging energy? I mean, I guess that's a problem with being the bull. It's very stubborn, right? Very stubborn. And when you're charging, it's hard to stop. But sometimes that's just what you need to do, is figure out why you're holding on to the grudge. Because revenge and holding on to grudges and ill will and, you know, all that, it's like drinking poison expecting somebody else to die. All right, Taurus, I see that a lot of your problems that you're having right now are starting right off the top at your crown. You got the reverse emperor here, right? Just not really being aware of what you're in control of and what you're not in control of, right? This is either not being aware of what you're in control of and not taking control where you need to, or trying to take control of things that you are not in control of and controlling others. You have to be very careful with these kind of energies, right? Just because you feel like you know better doesn't necessarily mean you do. You cannot mess with other people's lives, past karmas, and soul contracts. I do see your third eye is telling you that you do need to walk away from certain types of energies and release those things. Let that go. Let it go. It's not your job to control, micromanage, and be in everybody's stuff. I know it's hard, especially if it's like one of those change of life things where you're dealing with older children and things of that nature, or, you know, just whatever. It feels like it's something that you were in control of before that you're losing control of now, and you really need to walk away from that need for controlling it. Your throat, I do see you've been balancing that out very well. You guys are good pretty at that. You know, you guys can tend to hold back if you need to, right? Sometimes to your own detriment, but I see this is your throat has been really, really balanced lately, and your heart is 9 of Cup energy. So for yourself, internally, I feel like you are doing very, very well. And the energy that you are putting out is a very positive, light energy, despite what's going on up here, right around here in your throat. You are putting on, you are very balanced right now in those areas, which is beautiful. 9 of Cups in your heart is pretty much the best energy. That is where you need to be. What I'm happy with me. I love me. I love the progress that I'm making, regardless of what I think other people should be doing. I'm proud of me. And that is a great place to be, Taurus. Your solar plexus for I do see you feel like you need to feel a little defensive right now, and you may be needing to defend your own boundaries, right? Some of your control issues also could be somebody trying to control you. So don't be afraid to maintain those healthy boundaries. I don't see that as being a bad card in that position at all. I do see for your sacral, though, you have a hard choice with your sacral, your central, your pleasure energies, what it is that truly makes you happy. You're having a hard time making a choice on that. So just take some time to really meditate and figure out how you can balance that. If you're having any like lower back pain, anything between your belly button and you might want to balance that out for yourself a little bit, okay? Don't be afraid to handle yourself, Taurus. And for the bottom, for the root, I do see some of your root issues is strife, which is probably why you work so hard to balance out this energy and find this in your heart on your own. I feel like a lot of times there's just a lot of conflict popping off around you and you're not sure what to do about that. With all these solar flares and everything else like that, the best thing you can do if conflicts are your issues is ground yourself, especially since it is in your root. The root phrase is I am, and it's like I am in conflict. So you need to release the I am in conflict and be like, I am not in conflict. Conflict is just happening around me. My choice to engage is up to me. I can stay in the 7 of Wands and just defend myself from the conflict around me. We talk a lot about being in the eye of the storm. Don't engage with the storm going on around you. Allow that to play out. You focus, center, and ground yourself through your own root. All right? That's how you're going to find your harmony, right? And don't be afraid to put on some music, you know what I'm saying? Balance it out. I don't know about y'all. My mom's a Taurus. She loves the Christmas music. So, whatever makes you happy, joyous, and really pay attention to your frequencies, especially when it comes to music. Don't listen to heartbreak, angry, I'm going to beat your ass music if you are dealing with a revenge situation. You don't want to release that. Listen to something a little bit more pleasant and uplifting. All right, Gemini. You got fated to suffer here. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, you are not. You are not fated to suffer, right? The whole funny story with Snow White, right? One, the bad guy in the story really ends up being the mirror more than anything else, right? And the queen had the ability to turn herself into an ugly old hag. She had the ability to create a spell to make her more beautiful than Snow White. She chose to take the darker route. And was Snow White fated to suffer? I don't know. She went through a lot of trials and tribulations, but honestly, after she ate the apple, all the real drama happened while she was asleep. As far as she's concerned, she bit into a magic apple and then woke up a few days later surrounded by her friends and family and the love of her life. So who's really fated to suffer in that story? Who chose to suffer in that story? Nobody's fated to suffer. Suffering is a choice. As the Buddha said, all suffering comes from attachment. Attachment of the way you thought things were supposed to be, the way you thought people were supposed to be, what you thought people were supposed to do for you, all of that. All right. Gemini. I think you're showering your sign. Check it out for sure. Shout out 143, 1413 there. All right, Gemini. I do see that you in your crown here. So this is you are understanding what puppet strings were controlling you, and you are releasing them and no longer allowing them to interfere with you, which is beautiful. I do see that you're kind of struggling with passion to see exactly where your passion lies, and you are still working on balancing out that throat chakra. It's all right. As long as you're working on it, you're doing great. You know why? Because your heart has the 9 of Wands here, but it's a strength card in this deck, right? So it's like, I know I'm working on this, And I know, whatever, you're releasing, your past pretty much, right? Not just your past, but past things you've said, you've done, things, your own inner shadow work, right? So you're having sometimes balancing that, using where people are using that to control you, and you're not allowing that anymore. You're allowing those passions those were the strings that they pulled. Balancing out your throat, and your heart is very strong right now, and you have a good shield up around it at the moment. So you're doing beautiful with that, Gemini. I do see your solar plexus. Like I said, it's the passion thing. You're just having a real hard time figuring out exactly which way you need to go and how you need to go about it at the moment. Your sacral, 9 of Cups, baby. Woo, Gemini is not afraid to take care of it themselves when it comes to their own sensual pleasures. So that's great. But right below it is your root. So it's good that you've got this, and it's great that you've got these. These are balancing you out really, really well. To help you balance out the rest of these, it says crystal focus, right? Crystal focus. With your root being the reverse Princess of Cups here, I really feel like you should get out into nature. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care how warm it is. I don't care what it is. Put your bare feet on the ground for a little bit, outside somewhere. If you're in an apartment, if you can't go outside, concrete counts for grounding. Water counts for grounding. The tub, shower, things like that all count for grounding. But you do need to get some grounding, and I do see that you need to give some kind of offering to nature, right, to start balancing out. This card upright in this deck, I always say it is, I give and help nature generously, and nature returns to me the same. It's kind of like going out in the woods and wanting, and having, like, those little synchronicities, butterflies landing on you and things like that. You need to really ground to get back into that energy. It'll help you out a lot. And crystal focus. Focus your energy. Focus it. If you're having a hard time balancing it, right, then you need to drop some things so that you can balance it out. And focus on the areas that you are passionate in. Because I see that you are having a hard time in that area. No, you are not fated to suffer. No one is. All right? Focus your energy, Gemini, and you're going to be doing good. Crystal focus on where you want your energy to be and where your passions are. And then that will help you get forward on that. Also, I would check out that crystal ritual I did. You can do that on the next upcoming full moon with all the crazy lineups as well, and that will carry you through 2021. Cancer. Woo, Cancer. Your shadow that you're dealing with now, obsession. Obsessed with something, someone, some situation, a person, the past. But an obsession of something that you cannot release is what is weighing on you with all these crazy, crazy waves. Let's see what we got going on. Yes, I am ADHD like crazy. I do lose count counting to 7 sometimes. Leave me alone. All right, Cancer. Now, you guys are one of the most giving and generous signs I know. You always love to help people. And I feel like looking at this, that you're not feeling like you get a lot of return for all the help that you give a lot of people. Your crown is the reverse high priestess. So you're not really feeling too terribly in your power, and you don't understand why right now. You can't see how to get to the 9 of Cups, right? Your throat, you feel like everything you say is the wrong thing. Your heart's not in power. I mean, there's a lot of reverse stuff here, Cancer. This is some heavy, heavy energy hitting you right now. So your heart is reverse power. The solar plexus is, I can't even see what I can do, and what I do, I don't think I could bring out into the light. Now, your sacral, you feel where you feel your feelings. You really do feel like you're being pulled into a strong direction. And your root is the Princess of Pentacles. So your root and your sacral So your grounding energy is perfect right now, okay, Cancer? How you're grounding, the energy that you're putting out is trying to attract some things in for you. I see that this obsession with the past is really what's bogging you down. I feel like you really thought you were going in a direction you needed to go in, and now it's like it's not coming into fruition. It's not working out. It's stagnant. It's slow. You know, whoever this person is or whatever the situation is, anytime you talk about it, it just causes a fight. You just feel very defeated by it all. And it really is, it's time for a completion of this cycle for you. All right? It's time to release this obsession. Really, the only thing blocking you from being pulled in the directions that you're supposed to be being pulled on is obsessing about something you no longer need to obsess about. You need to let that cycle complete, release it. Don't worry about talking about it, explaining yourself, defending yourself. Don't do it anymore. Don't do it anymore, okay? You don't need to defend yourself against any accusations, especially if they're false. If people choose to believe falsehoods about you, those are people that are no longer on your frequency and are being removed for a purpose, for your betterment, okay? They're not people you want in your life. You don't want people who doubt you in your life. So allow them to be removed. Don't obsess about the whys, except that this is like you're perceiving this as reversed, but it's not. You are totally fully in your power right now, right? The only thing stopping you is you obsessing about one thing that did not come out to fruition, and it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to remove certain things from your life so that you can elevate yourself further and continue on this evolutionary process, all right? All right, Cancer. Whew, you guys are heavy today. Some crazy energies going on. All right. Leo. Ooh, Leo. The Lion. What? Yeah, shit's hard right now, but I'm taking it like a champ. What? I will pay my karmic debts. I will take the atonement. I will take the 4 of stability there with the 31. The waning moon card on the card there. It's all about releasing. Yes, I know I've done some crazy things in my life. Yes, I know I've said and done some crazy things. I've made my mistakes, and I fully accept my karma as it comes back around to me for everything that I cast out when I did not know what I do know now. And I forgive myself, and I bear these burdens. Beautiful energy to start. Not a lot of shadow cards. Start like that. All right, Leo. Okay. So, yeah, you're bearing it with pride because you are a Leo, but there is still a ton of swords in your back right now. So, and this is very Ten of Swords-y energy. Like this is the Ten of Swords with, without the laying on the ground and crying about it, right? The Ten of Swords I usually say is the drama queen card, where they're laying around and they're wallowing around. Oh, everybody's so mean to me, blah, 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 my problems. This is, yeah, you acknowledge that you have all these swords stabbing in your back, and you're damned if you're going to let anybody see you drop to your knees. Okay, Leo? Because I don't see you understanding how that you can manifest and move forward right now. I still see you feel very blocked. I still see your third eye is not completely open. There are shadow aspects you are not acknowledging, probably about yourself or about other people. I think maybe other people as well. Or just a big, heavy thing that your third eye sees that you just refuse to acknowledge, the ending of a cycle, things of that nature. Because, all right, so now we got the throat. The throat is the Empress upright. So you are being very nurturing and loving right now. That's what I mean by this. What? I'm in a lot of pain, because it is very clear on your reading here. You are in a lot of pain. But this is what you're speaking. Very loving, nurturing energy to anybody else in pain around you, because you are very relatable right now. You are in a very empathic energy at this moment, right? Your heart is not really in it wherever situation that you're in right now. You're like, you feel very empty. The reverse 10 of cups right there. It's like, I'm trying to nurture it through words, but your heart's not really there. Your heart's not really in it. We got the Five of Cups here, reversed over your solar plexus, right? So this is I do, and I feel like it's usually upright. It's like they're focusing on the Three Spilled Cups and not focusing on the Two of Cups. In this deck, actually, she's looking at the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups are floating down the river. I feel like it's like the disappointment that you feel right now. It's like nobody's doing anything particularly wrong. You're disappointed that you don't feel more than you should. With the Ten of Cups reversed over your heart here, it's like, I don't know why I don't feel more than I should. I feel like I should feel more. I don't feel powerful in it. I feel like I'm not seeing something important. I mean, I'm trying really hard to focus and speak it into fruition and nurture around me so that, you know, with my words to try and bring that energy back, but I'm still not genuinely feeling it, all right? Your sacral, there's a hard choice being made here, all right? There's a hard choice you're refusing to make when it comes to that, where you find happiness and sociability and pleasure and sociability and what you like centrally. And I feel like there's something really going on in that area and you need to make a hard choice on how to resolve that, right? And you're not grounding. Your root is the High Priestess reversed. So it's like you're not fully grounding your energy. You're not tapping in to pull it back up, right? So how do we do this? How do we fix this, right? I always say you start from the root, work your way up, right? The Kundalini awakenings and things like that, they always start from the root, work their way up. Hit your heart, blast that open. Hit your head, blast that open, right? 99% of us. There's a few of us that start from the crown and blast everything down into the ground. I'm saying for you, like I said, the lion, all that. Fire needs earth. You need to ground, okay? And you need to figure out your passion. You really need to embrace into something that you're passionate about, something that you'd be proud about, right? Whatever it is, if it's creating, if it's juggling, if it's dancing, if it's singing, it doesn't have to be for monetary value. It's just you need something that you're passionate about that you can do that makes you feel good and that will help you get back into that passion, vibrant Leo instead of the atonement, taking it all and not saying anything, Leo. Okay? Virgo. 22. I won't cry for you. Will not cry for you. All right, so I won't cry for you is something is hurting you or something has hurt you. You're refusing to acknowledge it, purge it, and release it. Tears are important. But sometimes, especially if it's something that you cried about for the past, that I won't cry for you card, it's like, I did cry for you, and I won't no more. I will not cry again for you. So let's get into your reading, and we will see more about what that is about. Virgo. All right, Virgo. Dude, I reset this deck. I don't know why, and it's a lot of reversals. And I said these waves are super, super heavy with all these meteor showers, eclipses, flares, the lineup's getting ready to happen. It is heavy. And I feel like you've put in a lot of thought into this because you guys are such critical thinkers. And you're like, I'm not gonna relive any of that shit. I think that's what this is telling me now. Looking at the rest of this thing, it's like, I am not going back into that energy. And I think that's really what your intellectual ego side is saying. It's like, what? Do not relive that. Do not relive that, right? Now remember, it's a shadow aspect you're supposed to be working on. You got the Hermit reversed. There's something you don't understand. It's bothering you. But not sure if you're not making the right judgment call on that with your third eye, right? Your throat, 3 of Wands. But I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Even if I could figure out what it was and have a solid judgment on it so that I could say something and complete this cycle, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Your heart, I don't want to acknowledge it. Damn sure don't want to bring it into 3D fruition. It's almost like a fear of it. Your solar plexus, I do. Ooh, Virgo, what? What do you do? I do manifest my own reality. I am too smart to be dragged down by any of that drama, right? Your sacral, I am the emperor. Ooh, look at that severe mojo going on. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys, with these balances of the chakras. Person can be having all this going on the top layers, and then on the bottom layers, what they're projecting and what people see. What do people see? People are seeing what you do. You do, you're the doer, right? You get it done. You manifest. You create. What you find. You sexy. You got it going on. Love life's going really good. You're portraying that. What more could I want? What more could you want? What more could you want? How about a little understanding and figuring out how to ground all that into reality, right? Queen of Wands reversed at your root. Queen of Wands reversed at your root. All right. Not knowing where. I feel like it's like it's divine feminine energy too, right? It's like it's not knowing how to ground your passions, right? You are, yeah. Because that's the I am card, right? That's all about energy, stability, you know. You don't feel like you know how to stabilize this passionate energy. And what is it telling you? How do we stabilize that passionate, reversed Queen of Wands energy there? What? You got to look at it with a childlike innocence. With your sacral and your solar plexus being like your key manifesting areas that I think that you're working with right now, especially with the sacral, if you're running a lot of power through that area, you could kind of lose a little bit of that childhood innocence wonder to it. So it's kind of like, look at another way to find that magical energy, right? It doesn't always have to be the big O. Granted, that is great for manifesting things, and there's a lot of uses for that energy in your confidence and manifesting, but there is a lot to be said about being able to just go out in nature and still see the wonder of the world, right? I always tell people, if you really want a fresh perspective on the world, go and talk to a 5-year-old for a little while. But it'll change your perspective. Get their view on what's going on in this world, you know? Ask them where they find their magic. And you might be able to find some new areas to tap into yours to balance out the rest of those chakras for you. All right, who's that? Virgo, Libra. Ooh. I don't know, Libra, is this you? Or is this someone you're dealing with? Right? This is a scary dude. This is an energy vampire. This is someone who loves drama and are never satisfied with anything that you do. No matter how much you do, they will never be satisfied. There will never be enough. Let's see what we got going on. All right, Libra, I'm not seeing that it's you. Mainly because in your heart, you have the 7 of Wands here. So you're shielding yourself from this energy right now. Here's the thing. Your crown is wide open. I feel like you guys are always been Libras, as far as I've seen, are very, very good at getting it done, making it happen, bringing it in, right? You understand that level of knowledge. You understand how to tap into those spiritual synchronicities and things like that pretty easily. You have a great, vast understanding of these things. What the third eye is not seeing is this is the Hangman reversed. So I feel like your third eye, you've convinced it that you're stuck, and you're not. You're in a position you chose to be in, and whether you're going to use that and you're not using it to recuperate, right? There's something you need to recuperate from. You're stuck because you're not recuperating from it, right? And you won't even speak about it. You need space and you need recuperation time, but you're too scared to even say that to anybody, right? Why? Because you're defending your heart. I feel like if you were to speak up that you need this space and you need this to help you get out, to turn that hangman around so that you can actually think. Because this is like, I'm stuck. I'm not even meditating or nothing. You need to get to a point where if you're going to be sitting still, you're at least going to be focusing on fixing your energy and, meditating and manifesting in that way. Your heart, you got big shields up. I do see that your solar plexus, what you do, how you're moving through the world, you are moving through very balanced. That is a beautiful energy to have there. What I do balance myself out. I help balance other people out, and I am taking control at least of those areas, right? Even if I'm refusing to see some things. For your sacral, you feel very loving, and you feel very loved in return when it comes to those sacral energies, right? But I feel attractive, and I'm attracted to my partners, right? And your roots, I see that you are working on a lot of your work, but I am working on practicing new skills, having fun, and working on things of that nature, right? Working on little creative works. So, I mean, you really only have 2 reverse cards. You really just need to figure out how you can take advantage of the space that you're stuck in and realize that you have chosen to stick yourself there. So you need to figure out, instead of, if you are choosing to be stuck there, you are not a prisoner to it. How are you going to work on yourself? This is a great start. This is a great start here. And allow yourself time to recuperate and regenerate. This actually says the truce too. So with your throat, you might need to call words. Call a truce with somebody. Stop arguing. If you're arguing about the same thing every damn day, but you are choosing to stay in that situation, let it go. Let it go. Especially with somebody else's vice or something like that. If you've been in that situation for years with those people, let it go. Let it go. Wake up call, Libra. Wake up call for you. What? You either love them genuinely and unconditionally, regardless of what they do, or you can move on. That choice has always been up to you. Now, this is either a major wake-up call for you, or it's time for you to leave and give them a major wake-up call that not everybody's going to stick around and watch people destroy themselves. That is also up to you. Up to you, up to you, up to you. All right, Libra. Well, I hope that helped you out. Hope that helped you out. I told you, these waves are crazy right now, y'all. Scorpio. Scorpio. Fragmentation. Scorpio feels shattered at the moment. Let's see what else we can get on that. All right, Scorpio. One of my other favorite overthinkers here. I do see you understand how people pull your puppet strings and control you, right? I see how you understand that. Your third eye, You see how to make balance, right? I know how to keep my energy balanced. I do. You know how to. You're aware of these things, but instead of nurturing through your words, you don't. You don't nurture with your words. You criticize and you condemn with your words. That's not cool, Scorpio. It's not cool. You know, you want people to say nice things to you. You have to say nice things to other people. Mind your words. It's a post that I made the other day too, and be mindful who you hang out with and who you're talking with. If all you're doing is sitting around complaining and talking about ailments and bitching about things that are going on, you're going to keep manifesting that into your life. So if that's what you and your friends are always sitting around talking about is bad shit, try to change that narrative, man. Try to change that narrative. Why? Because your heart, you're not looking at the logic of the situation right now. You know, I always say the Six of Swords is a rite of passage card. You're not taking it. You're not learning. You're not taking that rite of passage that it's giving to you. And that is why you are not in the Nine of Cups energy. This is your solar plexus. You don't give off the Nine of Cup energy. You don't, you're not giving it off right now. And you got the sacral, Ace of Cups reversed. I got no loving energy from that source to give to anybody. I mean, and this doesn't mean anything about like you're cutting somebody off from sex and stuff like that. You could be Ace of Cups reversed and still giving it up, but you're empty while you're doing it. And I see this whole spread, the reason that you're having a hard time with everything is because the root of it all is you're focused on failure. You're focused on past failures, and you're creating that energetic blueprint towards the future, and you're speaking it into fruition. All right, Scorpio, knock that off. Knock that off. Stop talking about the world like that. Stop talking about other people. Stop making judgments on other people. Stop holding grudges. Stop it. It's not worth it. That's why you're fragmented. That's why you feel broken. That's why you feel broken. Why? Because you're focusing on the cracks. The cracks make you sparkly. Cracks are what love gets in and where love gets out. You're not broken. You're beautiful the way you are. You came here to be this harsh, sensual being. That's what Scorpios are. You guys, yeah, you're the death card, but you are all about rebirth and change. And you guys, if you are working on your shadow work, you make the biggest emergence when you hit these cycles. When you guys awaken, it's an amazing thing to watch. Your energies completely shift, right? But you have to completely shift this mindset, right? You have to be able to completely release the past of who you are, or break those habits of talking toxically constantly and criticizing not only those around you, but that inner monologue inside your head, right? And emerge from those energies, okay? The dragonfly is all about emerging from those mucky energies into the light. And then once you do, you guys are not butterflies. You're dragonflies. You're like jet pilots. You know what I'm saying? You don't flutter around to flowers and da-da-da. No, you zoom through the air and you eat butterflies. You know, you guys are super, super powerful energies. All right, Scorpio. That's what I got for you. Who we got next? Sagittarius, we got forgetting yourself. And that also brings the 8 energy in. I always talk about 8 as being like the infinity number. And it's like the infinite. Me and Rob were talking about this. What is most annoying about infinity is this cross point in the middle. That boop, boop, boop. What? Happen again, make a turn. Happen again, make a turn. Happen again, make a turn. Happen again. And you're like, I keep turning left and I keep turning right, but I keep hitting back on this same spot. How do you break it, right? How do you break that? Because I feel like you've been running these loops so long now that you're starting to forget yourself. Let's get into it. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, what? You're not feeling very confident because you don't understand why you can't get victory over a certain situation. You can't see what you're gaining from not getting this victory, right? You keep speaking. What? I keep speaking loving energy. I keep really working on that because I know as a fire sign, fellow fire sign, I'm a Sagittarian moon. I know my tongue gets me into a lot of trouble, but I've been working really hard at being very charming and very sweet with my communications and my expressions right now. But for some reason, you have the Four of Wands. And that says completion in this deck. I've always taken Four of Wands as being like the 1111 stability card here, right? So this is reversed. Your heart is unstable for some reason. There is something you are not accepting, and you're not being sincere about right now. And there is a completion of a cycle that you're not completing when it comes to your heart chakra, all right? Your solar plexus, you do right now. I feel, see, it's like you feel defeated. This is the defeat, right? And it's like, I lost the battle, but at least the battle's over. Like the war's still going on, and yeah, I lost. I love this card too because it's like it's him laying down, and then she's like gathering the swords. They're like, they didn't even stick you. I'm picking them up, and I'm done. So it's like the battle is over. All right, the battle is over. You just need to figure out how to balance out and what you can gain from it, right? Because you got right underneath that in your sacral. Someone's taking a massive, massive blow to their sexual energy, their sexual identity, right? Right now, you feel like you've taken a pretty heavy hit. I even just talked about this on a post right before I came on here. Like I was like talking about how Lafayette in True Blood shows up to visit his mother one day, and she goes, "You don't have your mask on." And he was talking about the makeup, and I was giggling when I thought about it this morning because I ain't been feeling so hot lately with all these crazy, crazy energies going on. So, and I don't usually wear foundation, but when I do, I like draw it on like Viking war paint before I rub it in. And it just gives me this sense like extra shielding and that extra boost of confidence. You need to get out of this drama mama mode, right? Nobody wants to deal with the drama queen, Sag. We love y'all, you guys. I always say, like, Aries is like a laser beam. Leo is like a roaring fire. But Sagittarius, you guys are a meteor shower. You are the twinkling lights within the galaxy. Like, all that darkness makes all those little points of light you guys put out so much more sparkly, right? And, yeah, you need to just really you need to handle yourself, okay? You need to really pamper yourself for a little bit. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can do all kinds of things to make yourself feel pretty. Dude, back in the day, I have done the mayonnaise treatments and olive oil treatments and coconut oil treatments on my own hair. You don't need to go to a salon or whatever. But I feel like you really need to get in touch with yourself. However you want to take that. You need to get in touch with yourself in your sacral areas here and figure out how to get back into your juju, Sagittarius, because you guys have massive potentials with sacral energy. Sagittarius is one of the strongest signs for that. You just are. And for your root, it says 8 of Pentacles here, right? I think you just really need to ground on working on yourself, really working through those. Working through this, right? Find a way to ground back in and love on yourself and practice those skills in loving on yourself and handling those shadow aspects, okay? You are coming into a major rebirth, Sag. Happy birthday. This is your season. And with the equinoxes, everything that's going on right now, you are coming into a major rebirth. And the birthing process is ugly, right? We come into this world kicking and screaming and covered in somebody else's blood. And every time we go through a rebirth in life, it's about just as pretty, okay? So if you're feeling like you're kicking and screaming and covered in somebody else's blood right now, take you a bath, do you a nice grounding ritual, do some nice things for yourself, really show yourself some self-love and ground back into making it a routine to regularly practice with yourself. Stabilize self-love. All right, Sagittarius. I think that came through really strong for y'all. Who we got? Capricorn. I feel like you're blinding yourself to people hurting you. I feel like you're all cut up with flies on you, but you're trying to convince everybody that that's jewelry. You know, I know we always say that, you know, trauma makes you grow and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but at some point you're supposed to end that cycle. Tolerating somebody hurting you does not show how much you love them. That's really what I get off that card. It's like what a lot of people have this thing, especially like we talk about the unconditional love. I brought up the Libra's part. You know, somebody's got toxic traits and things of that nature. Do you really love them unconditionally? If they're really hurting you there, Capricorn, they're really hurting you all the time. I feel a narcissist, like a massive, massive narcissist. If they're hurting you all the time, then no. Taking it is not proving your love. You're just their punching bag. So don't do that for sure. Don't do that for sure. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Whoo, Capricorn, I can't wait for you guys for next year. I know you guys have got to be so ready to get all these planets out of your sign. All right, Capricorn, I feel like a lot of what I just said is something that you've already known, because in your crown here, you have futility reversed. It's like, I see it. I see it. Like, I'm acting like I don't see it, but I feel it. I understand exactly what it is, right? I do see that you are seeing how to re-embrace your own power from within yourself and not looking for an outside source, right? The High Priestess is about building her own energy. So I see like you're really getting around to it. Like you're like, I'm not quite done recuperating. This is the throat chakra. This is something big and expressions and communications that have come out. You're not quite over what has gone down at the moment. Queen of Swords, your heart energy is wounded really, really bad. And a lot of us, when you are hurt, we're animals. Humans are animals. And sometimes when we're hurt, we can lash out really bad at people that we love. That's your heart energy right now. When you think about the situation, these people, I feel like you put blasts out of negative energy. So you're going to want to be mindful of that. Figure out how to cool it down. Take that time to recuperate. Hold your tongue for a while. Hold it. This is what this is. What? Recuperate from that for a while. What? Put the filter on. Put the mask on. Just for a little bit and recuperate, because I feel like this unrecuperating in your throat chakra is you're saying the same things over and over and over again. Stop saying that. Obviously, it's not working. So you need to stop and recuperate, right? For your solar plexus, what you do, you are being pulled, right? The Chariot is pulling you. You are moving in a healthy direction in general in life. You are moving in a proper direction. But your sacral and your root are both reversed right here, right? So your sacral, not feeling very hopeful and renewed in that area, and your root is so not grounded. It's like, I want to be able to put my own star in the sky. Honey doll, if you want to be able to put your star, it reminds me of, there was this legend about the Big Dipper, right? They climb in the Native American culture, right? It's six brothers and a girl, and she's holding a baby. If you look at the Big Dipper, one of the stars has a little tiny star next to it, and that's a girl holding a baby. And they run from the Buffalo tribe. They climb a tree to reach the stars, and they get stuck in the stars. You got to start from the root. Stop focusing on the star you're trying to place in the sky right now. Focus on where your roots are and where that tree is planted before it starts reaching up to the stars. And I think you'll find a lot more hope and balance in these areas. All right. And speaking of roots first, you got the unfoldment card, right? This is the lotus flower, the most beautiful, powerful symbol, one of them in the world, right? And the lotus, though it is the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful flowers, it cannot grow in a typical garden, right? Lotuses do not bloom in gardens that are made for roses. That is one of my favorite quotes that I came up with. A lotus cannot bloom in a garden made for a rose. A rose needs perfect pH levels and well-draining soil and blah, 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 blah. A lotus needs mud and muck and dark cover, and it doesn't need a whole lot of sunlight, and it comes out of the muck and it reaches up through all that water before it unfolds on the surface. You are working towards it. You are getting ready to unfold. The mud and the muck that you have come through has been important, but no, you do not need to blind yourself from it anymore. Now it is time to come out of those cycles. All right, Capricorn, who we got now? Aquarius. Aquas. What are you doing, my aqua babies? Aquarius. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the age of Aquarius? Aquarius? You ready for these shifts, for these transits? So you ready for it to be all on you the next 4 years? Well, not 4 years, but the next few years? I'm pretty sure the next time all these planets go retrograde, it will be your turn. So have some pity on poor Capricorn if you're dealing with them right now. Aquarius, addicted. Addiction. Very close to obsession card, for sure. Actually, obsession usually comes from addiction, the addiction of another person's energy that you cannot release. But this can be addictions of anything. As always, I say addictions can literally be anything. An addiction is anything you do to distract you from doing something else, right? How many smokers go, I'm going to get to that just as soon as I finish one more cigarette. If you're going to stop what a productive thing that you're about to do to go do something that you know is toxic and bad for you, that's an addiction. If you're hooked on a person that you know don't want you, whatever, or you're stalking them or whatever, and you know it's going to hurt the person you're with, that's an addiction. It's all addictions, guys. It's all addictions, but you're high on the energy of whatever it is that you're focusing on right now. All right? I do see you have the 9 of Cups reversed in your crown. What? You don't understand. You don't understand how you lost the 9 of Cups energy, I feel like. I feel like you were in it, and now for some reason you don't feel like you're in it right now. Why? Because your third eye is focused on disappointments, and it is not focused on, it's focused on the three spilt cups that are floating away, and it's not focused on the 2 of Cup connection sitting next to you. All right? Your throat, I don't think you're speaking about what you're passionate about. You got your tongue bit hard on that. You got the masculine, I'm tough, I ain't gonna talk about it, going on, right? Your heart sees success. Your heart sees success. You accept the success. You love, you like success. Your heart is very sincere. Whatever your heart is telling you, it's trying to speak to you. I feel like it is. I think it is. It really is trying. But you're not nurturing it. Because your solar plexus is the I do, and you're not nurturing it. You're not nurturing it at all. You got the Queen of Cups reversed. Your solar plexus, Queen of Swords. So in your sensuality area, you're being very intellectual about it. I mean, it's kind of a weird energy to have for your sacral there. Yeah. I feel like it's a weird energy to be in your sacral, right? Your sacral, how you feel and things like you're not supposed to logic that, right? You're supposed to just let it flow. So I think that might be where you're causing a little bit of the waves. Like I said, I always say it's on the ground that works its way up. I see that's really where the waves are, where it's causing a lot of the instability up your line here. The bottom here is the root, issue that you're dealing with too is needing to take a leap. You know, this is the I am card. And it's like, I am not taking any more leaps of faith. Well, now you can't grow, can you? You can't grow if you don't take any more leaps of faith. That's a cycle that's never supposed to end. For your final advice there, Aquarius, it's rain purification. You know, it's funny. You know that song that's been coming out? Not Billie English. Billie something. Kiss the Rain. That song's been playing for me a lot lately. And it's about rain. You know, rain purification is really important. It's about being grateful for the rain. For the rain washes away all the dead stuff. It clears the soil. It nurtures the trees. It grounds you. There's something about, like I said, I always love to do rain rituals. So there's something about when rain is falling on you, you can just almost feel the energy running through you down into the ground. And this is where I really visualize when I'm doing a rain ritual, to release all those really heavy burden energies that we carry. And this card is really calling you to do some kind of ritual like that. You don't have to do it outside. I know it's cold in a lot of places. But perhaps maybe do a visualization in like the shower, where you can sit down in the shower and envision that it is raining on you. And put yourself out in the forest, out somewhere really lush and green, and allow the rain to fall around you. All right. Visualization. If it's cold and you can't get to it, that's literally what we all mean when we say you create your own reality. All right, y'all. Pisces. Oh, finally. Wow. Just over an hour. I'd be good. Doing good. All right. Pisces. How's my fishies doing? How's my favorite fishes? I deal with more Pisces than anybody else. My sister, my brother-in-law, my niece, my nephew, my daughter. One of my best friends. My crazy fish. Pisces, I feel like look at you guys. You got calling in the storm. What? I am no longer being battered by the storm, mother truckers. Now I am the storm. Beautiful. I love it. Let's see where you're taking this, Pisces. Let's see where you are taking it, Pisces. I love it too. Sag season. Is that a bow? No, it's a split staff. Reminds me of the Sagittarius symbol, though, don't it? That was a bow and arrow instead of a staff. Oh, no. All right, dude. So for real, Pisces, beautiful spread. Beautiful. You only have one reverse card. I got all excited, though, because I got right down to the end. I was like, is there going to finally be one spread with no reversals? That close. But like I said at the beginning, super heavy transit, super heavy waves. You guys are calling on some massive energy right now, Pisces. This is great. Look, I understand exactly what judgments need to be made, who deserves my energy, who I'm going to blast energy to, and who I'm going to cut off, right? I see where my passion lies, right? I do have your throat. It has the 5 of Cups here. So you might be talking a little bit too much about disappointment. Trust me, I know a ton of Pisces. And we're all very disappointed right now because we don't get to do the Christmas trip we wanted to do. We're postponing it till the spring again. And don't focus on that. Don't focus on anything that didn't come to fruition. Don't focus on the disappointments. Focus on that. I always say, when you're focusing on the 5 of Cups, when you're focusing on those 3 floating away cups, remember, you still have a 2 of Cups connection right next to you, all right? Focus on those loving connections, all right? Your heart is in the Hermit, right? And I feel like this is really defending yourself. You put up a heavy shield, and you're defending your precious heart energy from those that have hurt you around you. And I say that because you do feel like a bit of a drama queen right now. All right. I love you guys. But yes. It can be a little bit dramatic. when you perceive that you're hurt. So you're speaking about it. And what you're doing is you're kind of acting like a drama queen. And it's because of this. And you got the Three of Cups reversed, though, in your sign. So there's not too much of a party going on. Like, I'm going to get to why this is a good reading. I promise, all right? You're not seeing the celebration. Like I said, I just know a whole bunch of Pisces that are very disappointed that we're not getting a celebration. And, you know, the sacral is not just about sex and pleasure and things like that. It's also about sociability, partying, and being around people. And I feel like you're very disappointed because you guys do love to host and cater and feed and be with people. You guys are people. You're better people than Aries are, for sure, always have been, right? Now, but your root, where you are rooted, Pisces, is in that beautiful Nine of Cups energy. And I feel like that is really where you are calling on the storm. So I feel like you are really getting ready to take this energy and rock it up through the rest of your chakras here. But I feel like these waves are rocking you a bit. But as soon as these waves start rolling past, you guys, I feel like, are going to be massively different. Why? Because right now, yeah, you're kind of the iceberg. Only 10% showing, 90% below, right? I feel like you're building up your energy and you're getting ready to pop off. I feel like, yeah, this is just a weekly energy right now, but I feel as these transits and things move on, you guys are really going to be building into some heavy energies. I definitely take advantage of this meteor shower in Gemini, the eclipse, all that. Take advantage of all those energies, Pisces, and really put them into lifting the rest of that 90% out. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. All right. I feel like everybody got the messages that they need today. I love y'all. This is your weekly update, chakra balancing, just getting it together, see what we got going on. I know it's been heavy for me. I do my best to make it a little lighter for y'all. I love you guys. I won't be on tomorrow. I got my big fair. Like I said, everything else you need for readings, anything else, silver cord, all that good stuff in the description below. Like, share, comment, spank my bell. Click the buttons, y'all. Tell me that you like it. And I love you. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. I'll catch y'all later.